In today's clipping, we would understand about price determination as a concept in microeconomics. Microeconomics, the other name for microeconomics is pricing theory, and you all know that even in the very first chapter, isn't it? Whether it is going to be for a product or a service, or let it be a factor market, determination of price is the core concept in microeconomics. Given the demand for and supply of the various factors, the factor price can be determined in the factor market. And in a product or a service market, once more, the market forces, namely the demand and the supply, would determine the market price. So, as price determination, we would understand how price is determined in the market. Demand as such, as per the law of demand, you know that there is an inverse relationship between the price and the demand. Ceteris paribus, or holding all other factors constant, you've already understood that there exists an inverse relationship between the price and the quantity demanded, right? And as per the law of supply, right, as per the law of supply, you know that there is a positive relationship between the price and the supply. Again, ceteris paribus, there exists a positive relationship between price and the quantity supply in the market. So, these two opposing forces, namely the demand and the supply, these two opposing forces, how do they intersect at a certain price, and how is the market price determined, is what is going to be the discussion today, right? So, price and the demand, they are inversely related. That's a general understanding, that's a general behavior, right? Let us say the price is going to fall 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Even as the price falls, the quantity demanded might increase as per the law of demand. So, if you are going to show the behavior of the two variables, namely the price and the demand, you would end up having a schedule like this. If supply and price is going to be shown, then as the price falls, the supply will also fall as per the law of supply. So, if you try and show that, let's say when the price is 5, the supply is also 5. When price falls to 4, supply might fall to 4, and then as the price continuously falls, the supply might also fall, right? So, this is how the demand and the supply can be understood as related to that of the price. So, it is at one particular price, the two forces, namely the demand and the supply, they are going to come on to a common consensus, that is the consumers and the suppliers, they are going to come on to a common consensus to carry out the transaction in the market, right? Where is that happening? So, very clearly we see that the quantity demanded is equal to the quantity supply at this particular price 3, right? When the price is 3 in the market, the quantity demanded is equal to the quantity supply, or the producers and the consumers, they come on to a common consensus to demand and supply at a specific price, and that is the equilibrium price. So, what is the equilibrium price in the market? Equilibrium price in the market is the price wherein the quantity demanded will be equal to the quantity supplied, right? And as per this particular schedule, when the price level is at 3, then the quantity demanded is equal to the quantity supplied in the market, right? So how do we depict this? Through a diagram. If we try and show that through a diagram, then measuring the price along the y-axis and the quantity demanded and supplied along the x-axis, the demand curve would be a downward sloping curve indicating the inverse relationship between the price and the demand, right? And indicating the positive relationship between the price and the supply curve will be a positively sloping curve. So, wherever the quantity demanded is equal to the quantity supplied, or as per the diagram, where the demand curve is intersecting the supply curve, at that particular point, the equilibrium price and the equilibrium output that is transacted in the market is determined. So, price, equilibrium price or the market price is the price where the quantity demanded is equal to the quantity supplied, right? Now, is this the price all the time? Why do we call this as the equilibrium price? Now, what happens if the price is going to be more than that of the equilibrium, or if the price is going to be less than that of the equilibrium price, right? For instance, if this is going to be the equilibrium price P star, right? Now, if the market price is going to be a higher price than P star, right? Take up a price level, let us say P1, fine, instead of OP star. Let us understand, now the market price is going to be OP1. At OP1 price, look at the supply. The supply is probably, let's give it a name, P1A, right? And look at the demand. Demand curve is out here, right? The demand is probably going to be P1B. So this is going to be the demand, but this much P1A is going to be the supply. So at this particular price, obviously there exists an excess supply in the market. At price P1, we understand that to an extent of AB, there is an excess supply in the market. When there is going to be an excess supply in the market, then there is going to be competition among the suppliers. Demand is very less, not very many takers for the given product. Supply is in excess of the demand. So, excess supply would create a competition among the sellers, and the sellers, in order to push off the excess supply, will be ready to undercut the price. So, due to this excess supply in the market price will go down, and when the market price is going to go down, as per the law of supply, there will be a contraction along the supply curve, right? Now, the quantity supply, it will fall from this point A, probably it will go back to this point E, right? And even as the price is going to fall, what will happen to the demand? You know that when the price falls, the quantity demanded extends. Again, as per the law of demand, the quantity demanded is going to extend, right? So, along this demand curve, there is going to be an extension. So, from this point B, the quantity demanded will extend and it will move on to E, right? So what is happening here again? If the market price is going to be OP1, which is much above the equilibrium price P star, at this particular price P1, there would be an excess supply to the extent of AB, and when there is excess supply in the market, there is going to be competition among the sellers, and the sellers, in order to sell, will be ready to lower the price. So when the price is going to go down, as per the law of supply, there is going to be a contraction along the supply curve, and when the price falls, there would be an extension along the demand curve. So this kind of automatic adjustment will happen in the market, and the market price will come back to P star. You see this point E? Fine. So what is happening when the price is going to be higher than that of the equilibrium price? If the market price is going to be above the equilibrium price, there would be an excess supply and a chain reaction. So the market price will get back to the equilibrium at P star, and the equilibrium will be attained at E, right? So we see a chain reaction happening in case the market price is going to be much higher than that of the equilibrium price, right? Now, if the market price is going to be lower than the equilibrium price, then what happens? This is the equilibrium. OP star is the equilibrium price. If the market price is, say, P2, right? OP2 is the market price instead of OP star. Fine. So this P2 is a lower price compared to P star. Alright. At this particular price P2, what is happening? Here is the demand, right? The market demand curve is over here, right? And the market supply, it is over here. You see, this price line is cutting the supply at this particular point. Fine. Or we understand very clearly that there is an excess demand, right? Let us see over here at P2, the demand is probably P2C, right? What about the supply? The supply is P2D. Fine. So to this extent CD, there is going to be an excess demand in the market. So when there is going to be an excess demand in the market, then that implies there is going to be a lot of competition among the buyers. Too many buyers are there, and too many buyers will create competition. Very less supply comparatively. So these buyers, they will be ready to offer a high price and somehow procure the commodity. So the market price will get pushed up. When the market price increases, again, as per the law of supply, when the market price goes up, the quantity supply will extend. So along the supply curve, you would see that there would be an extension from this point D to E. Let me repeat. When there is going to be an excess demand in the market, competition among the buyers will push the market price up, and when the market price is going to go up, as per the law of supply, there would be an extension in the supply. So along the supply curve, from this point D, the supply, the quantity supply will go up to E, right? And you see that when price increases, as per the law of demand, there would be there would be a contraction or the quantity demanded shrinks. So from point C, the quantity demanded might shrink back to E. So what is happening here? When the price is much lower than that of the equilibrium price, again there is going to be a chain reaction and the market will reach back to the equilibrium. So that is why it is only when the quantity demanded is equal to the quantity supplied in the market that is understood as the equilibrium price. In case the price is much more than the equilibrium price, or let us say some other point above this. Let's come back to this schedule. Now what we have understood is the concept of chain reaction through the diagram. With the help of the table, the similar concept we will look into it. Now at 3, while the quantity demanded is equal to the quantity supplied, you have understood that there is the equilibrium price return, isn't it? Look at these two levels. Over here, price is 5 and then price is 4. These price levels are much higher than 3, right? Fine. So 5 and 4 is a price level which is above the equilibrium, so-called equilibrium price, isn't it? So what's happening out here? Look into the demand. The quantity demanded at 5 is 1 and the quantity supplied is 5, right? Again at the next level also, when the price is 4, the quantity demanded is 2 and the quantity supplied is 4. So what do we understand at these two levels? That there is an excess supply, right? Supply is much more than the demand, isn't it? So when there is an excess supply, what do you know? When there is an excess supply, there will be competition among the suppliers which will actually push the price down, right? And when the price goes down, automatically there will be a reduction in the quantity supply and there would be an increase in the quantity demanded. So that's exactly what you see. Fine. So this chain reaction will happen whenever there is going to be an excess supply in the market. Fine. Again, let us go down, right? At 3, the quantity demanded is equal to the quantity supplied. Alright, so we have understood this is the equilibrium price. Go down to the next price level, which is probably 2. Fine. At 2, when the price is 2, the quantity demanded is 4 and the quantity supplied is 2, right? And still, the next level, when the price is 1, then the quantity demanded is 5 and then the quantity supplied is 1. So what's happening here? Over here, we understand that there exists an excess demand, right? Can you see this? 4, 2, 5, 1. There exists an excess demand at these levels of prices. So when there is going to be an excess demand in the market, what will happen? The price will increase. So when the price increases, as per the law of supply, there will be an increase in the quantity supplied. And as per the law of demand, when price increases, there will be a fall in the quantity demanded. Let's check it out. Yes? Yeah? So this chain reaction, it keeps happening whenever there is going to be an excess demand or an excess supply situation, and only when the quantity demanded is going to be equal to the quantity supplied, then the market will rest, or that is the equilibrium level in the market. Fine. There would be no reaction after that. Once the quantity demanded is equal to the quantity supplied, we understand that that is the equilibrium price at which the transaction might happen. Right? So, does that mean this price will stay like that forever? The so-called equilibrium price will never change? Of course it will change. Otherwise, how do we see that in the market the price goes up, goes down? For almost all the products we see the price is going up, isn't it? Yeah, very rarely it goes down, it keeps going up. Fine. So, what causes this increase in the price? And what causes the reduction in the price? The equilibrium price, does it change? Fine. Yeah, it will definitely change. When does it change? How does it change? And what is the effect of that change? Probably we will understand that in the next clipping. Right? Namaste.